Hello, and welcome back to another edition of So You're Interested in, the show where I hope to introduce you to a brand new artist or group by breaking down their discography in order to give you the best possible jumping off point in order to get into them. In this video, we will be looking at the Darkwave electronic group Boy Harsher. Their drowsy music has become an underground hit in the post-punk and dance punk scenes, especially after the release of their hit song Pain. Boy Harsher have released 4 full-length LPs, some of which are just reimagined EPs, and have had a handful of remixes and singles. As always, I will be discussing 2 albums and 3 individual tracks that you should be listening to in order to get into Boy Harsher. First things first, some albums. The first album to listen to from Boy Harsher is the extended version of Lesser Man, which was their original EP release in 2014. Listening to this album will give you the perfect idea of what Boy Harsher has to offer. Kicking off with Lust, a simple track with these wobbly synth drums and elegant splashes of synth waves, you are immediately immersed into the world of Boy Harsher. The rising and the falling of the instrumental bends around the warped lyrics. Next, you gotta listen to Pain, which is easily the crowning jewel of their discography. This 7-minute long song may be too repetitive for some, but the true majesty of this song lies in the commitment to this bouncing beat, while the lyrics subliminally urge you to get up and dance while the instrumental marches along. And finally, you need to listen to Love. With an instrumental that sounds like you took an 808 and dumped it into the deepest depths of the ocean, this song has so much bass it almost doesn't even know what to do with it. The vocals are reverbed to hell and back, simply entrancing you in its pitch dark black beauty. The extended version of Lesser Man is truly a trip into an alternate dimension, and the whole album as a whole deserves a close listen. Next, you should put on Boy Harsher's 2019 released Careful, an album that I simply had to add into my favorite albums of 2019 list. This record might be easier for a lot more people to get into, as it does have a more pop feel to it without sacrificing any of their creativity. The first song to check out from Careful is Face the Fire. With a much more diverse sound palette in comparison to Lesser Man, this song shows off this newfound diversity perfectly. The unenthused vocals play beautifully over these slapping electronic drums and otherworldly 80s synth notes. Next up is probably my favorite track from this record, LA. The song is so much brighter than the others, with the instrumental featuring this occasional explosion of ecstasy-filled piano synth chords. Plus that drum breakdown before the chorus slaps so freaking hard. This song is basically modern New Order with an underground mentality. Finally, you should listen to Lost. Lost feels like an 80s fever dream as it revisits so many ideas from the original new wave movement and brings them into today's world. All in all, I find Careful to be their most accessible and, quite frankly, best album yet, so it definitely deserves a drug-filled listen. Let's do some tracks. The first track to check out is Your Body Is Nothing, the title track for Boy Harsher's 2016 release. This song feels like it could have been plucked right off of LCD Sound System's American Dream with its ever-revolving sounds and ideas. It's original and fresh, not straying too far away from their dance punk influences while they still make it their own. And the percussion throughout this entire song is just so tightly wound up and creates this amazing atmosphere. Your Body Is Nothing is totally worth a listen. Next up, give Motion, which is off of their other 2019 release, Country Girl Uncut, a try. This, to me, is one of their most experimental songs to date, as they totally move away from the glamorous sounds of Careful and return for something more grimy and gritty. This song is for you people who enjoy harsh noise but want to be able to play something with their friends and not hear any backlash about it. This one might be a little tough for new listeners, but I think it's an acceptable challenge that is worth a try. Finally, you should listen to the Come Closer remix with Bonaventure. This is a reimagining of the Come Closer track off of Careful, and Bonaventure successfully turned this song into a club banger while still adhering to the weirdness factor that Boy Harsher has, almost making it sound like a weird Aphex Twin song. While it is a mostly instrumental track, this song is perfect for a crazy underground party with flashing lights and dancing strobes. Definitely one of the best remixes that anyone has ever done of a Boy Harsher song. And that's all that I got on Boy Harsher this week. Hopefully you got some great new recommendations for songs and albums to listen to, whether you've never listened to any music in the genre before, or it is something that you have listened to a lot of and just haven't heard of Boy Harsher. Leave a comment below if you listened to any of these albums or tracks and found that you liked them, or if you're a Boy Harsher aficionado and I missed something that you love, let me know too. Once again, feel free to subscribe for more videos just like this every Wednesday and every Friday, video history essays on classic albums. And if you have any suggestions for what I should be covering on So You're Interested in an artist that you're scared to get into or don't know where to start, please leave it in the comment section below and I will get right on it. Anyway, that does it for me. Until I see you next week, happy listening.